Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Kobayashi-Sanchi no Maid Dragon S Episode 6. Last time we found out about the historical struggles between Elma and Toru as they fought over the way that the world should be and the way that they wanted to influence the world, and eventually found only common ground through food, but barely, and still fight to this day. It was very cool and there was a lot of dope animation. We got some like kaiju battle awesomeness, big stuff, and it was rad as hell. Then Iruru went and she's now working at a candy shop / arcade because she's decided that she's got a thing that she wants to do. She wants to be with kids and she wants to help kids, and she found her way in the world and has discovered like a thing that she's gonna do, and it's pretty cool, honestly. I like this as a piece of an arc for her. It is clearly one piece of an arc for her, but now we have done something really crucial and we've given this character something in the human world that she wants to protect. And now we can threaten it and see how she reacts and do some writing stuff around that. And I'm excited to see where that goes and whether the author actually takes advantage of the setup that is very much present here in the present. Beyond that, we had some other little sketches and little moments and things, but those were the standout moments of the last couple of episodes. Iruru gets a job, and we find out about the long-lasting, millennia-old war waged between Toru and Elma, and that does a lot for us as a show. So, we move on to Kobayashi-Sanchi no Maid Dragon S Episode 6. I don't know what to expect from this one. I forget what the title was in the first place, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to more cute dragon things, and also the show being good. So, let's give it a watch and see if the show continues to be good. I assume that it will. I've got it up. It's ready to go. There will be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, and a beep-beep timer to count you down. Always early access on Patreon, all that jazz. Thanks for subscribing and liking and things. I appreciate you all. Let's get the fuck into it. Beep-beep timer. What is that reminiscent of? Ah. So we're gonna be doing a Shota bit, huh? Oh boy. No, you are a Shota. Oh my god. I mean, you can try. That won't work. Okay, well, that's an interesting plot point. This won't work at all. You're gonna get whomped, dude. You may notice the lack of subtitles during the OP. That is because we're using Subs Please version subs. Just trying it out. Blah. How is this part of your plan, dude? What? This is not gonna go well. That is the worst idea, yeah. Whoops. Why are you still watching? Dude, she's gonna turn it straight at the camera and just be like... Actually brilliant. Actually ingenious. Haha. She's gonna be fully fine. Oh, well, that worked. And it didn't work. She's an enormous dragon. You're an idiot. Shota, you suck. You suck at everything, child. You are bad at this, child. Don't exist. Oh, if anyone would know. Wait, what? Oh, different kind of weakness. Yeah, also his weakness. Big problem. She just loves it? Got it. Because she's Quetzalcoatl. So, it's a weakness. Yeah, you're fragile, mortal creatures. Yeah, what do you really want from this? You want to take the power back in your relationship and have good communication. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's not how you do that, man. Communication. Communication. I don't. She loves you and uses you. Yeah. Oh, hi. The little wobbles that he does are great. Eh? Yeah, she's here to see you, my dude. You can't get away because she will follow. Hey, it's a bridge. Let's have a conversation. Gotta have that conversation on a bridge. Ooh. Was it eating humans? Toru. Right. And? Nah, you'll grow up. How did they make that? I see how they did it. It's the gradient on the line art. But you are a child, and you need to communicate that better. Oh boy. Bubbas. No. No. Oh. Yeah. Oh no. What if they love him? Yep, that is the worry here, not the relationship. I cannot move. I must game. Hiya. Hiya. Yeah, okay, great. He's just grinding. He's just grinding for treasure, isn't he? Dink. Everybody coming to Toru with their questions today, huh? That's interesting. I wonder if that's gonna build to anything. The little figures on the counter. It's a completely new style. I'm human. Not for her. She'll tell you the same thing, dude. Mm-hmm. Whomped. Hmm. Hmm. It's all wrapping together. Complicated, odd taxi style storytelling, multiple characters. No. Oh. Rip. Yes, child. How do I control a dragon? Oh. No, that's worse, man. That's way harder. Oh, you've heard something? Hmm. That seems so dangerous. My dude. Hmm. I am a mage boy. Yeah, I'm super cool, dude. All right, I guess I'll teach you my ways. Welcome to becoming an otaku. You're gonna end up being the servant dude. Hmm. So he's not gonna try to bind him. Yeah. Thousands of years. Some of those posters are actually cool. Huh. Okay. Okay. You mean they act more adultish if they're stronger until they met humans? That's actually really interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because it's not completely an act. Got it. The music for this whole sequence has been excellent. Ooh. Aha. I will leave now. Strength. I was wondering when that would come in. Beat me in the game. 1v1 me, bro. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's cheating! You're being tricky! Stop wave shining me! Fuck you! Fuck! Beautiful. He actually he distilled that into something. Oh, no! No, it doesn't! Oh, God. He took the wrong thing from it. Uncanny relationships, one side is a dragon. Okay, so that's the whole episode. Kid, how do you see? I mean, I've been there, but... Whoa! Shopped. It's photoshopped. Oh, biting off more than you could chew. We will fly. Are we gonna fly? Ah. Oh. Oh. Energy from Candy. Uh-huh. So this is kind of a date, huh? Okay, that was really cute. Nice. Oh, no. Bah. Oh. The red bricks are lava. All right, this is cute. Yeah, all right. And you're dead. Sorry, dude. Is that guy okay? Ooh, those fucking fried katsu sandwiches look dope. They best be trading. Yeah. No. Ah. Damn it. I dropped the spares. Just going for an indirect kiss, are we? Please no. Ooh, that was interesting. What the fuck was that? Yeah, she doesn't care at all. Oh no! Getting Lady in the Tramped. Alright. And your whole lunch is spilled. Oh, it's so weird. I don't like it at all, but it's quite fun. Hello, doggo. Of course, there are all kinds of people everywhere. It's a river. No. Psycho, stop it. Oh. Ah, very different ideas. Hey, Elma. No. Wow, that whole spin was good. Ah, 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 ah. Gone. We did it. There's the thing again. With the grass. Oh, hello, old couple. Do not trust. No, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Take phone. Immediately starts booking it away. Think. Oh. Mm. Mm. Interesting takeaway. Good. Fuck yeah. That's a good attitude. That's a great sky. I do like that. Bum. That's good. Duh. Impossible. GG. The best way to gaslight. Ouch. How horrifying. GG. Okay, this was a good themed episode. Dragon human relationships all the way through. It's good. An encoder error occurred while recording. Well, fuck me. This one's still going, just this one isn't. What the fuck? Okay, I still want to see the thingy at the end. Oh no. Oh no. Common sense, it's different for everyone. Cool. File a claim with the administrators. Be thorough. Get your free gems. Cool. I gotta take a second here. As the episode was ending, I got a dink, and just during the ED, I got a dink, and OBS is refusing to start recording again on the one, but then the me recording appears to still be going. Regardless, I'm gonna take a second and like check everything. So there will be a weird cut here. Give me a sec. Okay, I have no idea why that happened. Just it fully lost the encoding library. OBS just shit itself. I don't know why. Fun episode. I was saying it during the ED, but I like the way that we actually themed this as we moved through, which was showing the complexities and difficulties and also ways of resolving things in various relationships between dragons and humans. Outside of our primary relationship, which is of course Toru and Kobayashi. We've had some good focus on the Toru, Kobayashi, and now other people household over the last couple of episodes, so getting to turn our attention to some of the side characters is pretty good. I gotta say, the opening sequence actually reminds me immensely. I figured out what it was. It reminds me immensely of the opening sequence to Tenku Danzato Skelter Heaven, which is just like a full minute and a half of just heartbeat noises. I know that it's different, but it's the echo effect on the bounce effect. That shit that reminds me of it, and it's very silly. The idea that Shota in this relationship desperately wants to take back some level of control makes perfect sense. I don't particularly like the resolution of it. I think the resolution is like should be obvious that they need to communicate, and I guess that to an extent they do once they get to the bridge conversation, but I don't feel like there's any real change or direct communication around like the desire to not be used by you for your own purposes in weird ways. Regardless, he wants to be viewed as more of an adult and is not one, so it's complicated, and I get that. OP is still dope, as always, of course. Okay, well, let's move on. Some silly ideas like putting webcams up will help you somehow figure out her weakness. I like the conversation around trying to discover her weakness and how everyone else interprets that in like just the wrong way. And I actually really think that it's I think it's good and what would be the word? Empathetic, perhaps. The way that we immediately see how much Lukoa obviously cares about Shota, and is immediately like, she's there to follow him. She's interested in being near him and is making that happen actively. And just has to sort of, they have to get that out and explain it to each other and explain where both of them are coming from. And I think that's pretty good. Now, there is a moment here that I wanted to look at from an artistic point of view. I was wondering in this particular moment how we got such like snappy contrast between the foreground and background layers, and it took me a second of looking at it to really like zone in and figure out what's going on. Now, one thing is, of course, the lumosity of this background is super high in this sort of golden hour tone, and it contrasts pretty heavily with the relatively desaturated shadow portion of Shota. But it's this area right here that's bright, that's most interesting. First off, there are 3 levels of gradients here, right? Like this is all gradiented out. Then we have the actual light to shadow thing going on here, and then there's a gradient within the shadow, right? There's bloom here and dark here, but it's the line art right in here that all has its own gradient. You can see that it's almost perfectly black or dark gray at the very bottom of his hair, and it's almost a red at the top of his hair. I think if I go into this in a photo editor and find the actual pixels of it, the difference between this part of the line art and this part of the line art is so distinct, but looking at it in frame, it's consistent and it looks like it's the same color because that's how our eyes trick us. And it works super well. So I was just curious about how we were getting backgrounds to pop so well. And you can see a much more extreme example of it here where her hair is like actually glowing. Like it's brighter than the sunlight highlights on her because of the way that like light hits hair when individual hairs are out. It's actually it's realistic in a weird anime sort of way. And I think it's really good. I think it's really great. Okay, so our second conflict is, of course, Fafnir won't leave the house, so every parent with a teenager's nightmare. Favorite part of this sequence is this scene right here where we just go these like blackout, whiteout, thick lined frames for silliness and impact, and I think it works really well. I think it's very silly and very good, and it works great. Seeing the big fights in history is sort of reminiscent of the previous fights in history, but the idea that Fafnir will only respect strength, but it's a different kind of strength, is pretty cool. I love how this interaction plays out, how Shota is trying to prove himself as a magus to some extent, and gives him the great power of this magical orb and holds it up to the sky and it glimmers, and he takes it and just sort of gives it to Fafnir and doesn't try to bind him. I think that this is a pretty cool moment, that he has the opportunity to try to create some degree of control over his like kind of partner at this point, and to bind this creature to him as a servant or a slave or a familiar or something similar. And he actively chooses not to do it and to instead respect the autonomy of this idiot. And I think that's pretty cool. I also love that in every scene during this whole thing, there's just so much otaku shit behind them at all times. Just so fucking much of it. I think this is a full wall of Polaroids. There are just boxes and boxes and boxes of unopened figures, posters on posters on posters on posters at weird angles that we only get to see eventually when we get them from different angles. We get to actually see the whole of them. And I think what's great about the posters, as kind of before with the Maho Shoujo Cafe, and I think there is a poster directly from the Maho Shoujo Cafe in here as well. I don't know exactly where it is, but I think it's somewhere. That these posters look like they could be from real shows, and specifically some of them look like they could be directly from KyoAni shows. So there are two of those Maho Shoujo characters there. But here with this character down here, the art style is straight Keion or Hibike, with the rosy cheeks, and we see this a bit later, more clearly as well from that side, but I don't know where. But it's very much the KyoAni Keion or Hibike art style. Yeah, this poster was in the place, was in the cafe. I think it's just cool the amount of versatility that they demonstrate, showing all these different weird posters and stuff. And then this one reminds me very much of like character design. It's different, but reminds me very much of character designs in Heartcatch Precure, and they're all just super distinct and different and stuff. And I really like it as an idea of like an otaku bro cave. It's dope. Also the just doing this in a fighting game is very silly and very fun, and it works great. I've got to show you how to become a cool adult. Wonderful. Good moment. I thought that we were going to go further with that, but we don't. So then we get to have Saikawa and Kana go off on their adventure to prove themselves. I think this moment is really understated and really solid. This idea of like kids bragging to each other and then biting off more than they can chew in the process just feels deeply real to me. It feels exactly like the kind of shenanigans that I might get up to when I was in elementary school. And just on that bridge between like truth and reality, and becoming more mature as a person and understanding your limits. But that's sort of the idea here, is that they push too far and it's actually a doable thing, and they get their whole like family to help them and lend them things and get them lunches made and candies and stuff, and off they go skipping into the wild blue yonder and playing games and stuff. We do spend some moments with Saikawa being creepy, as Saikawa will be, but we also do all these cute things like playing soccer pass with a deflated ball, which actually works kind of better, because if you're trying to pass on a like stone surface all the time, it's gonna roll away too far. So I guess this guy's supposed to be a painter out here having author's block or something. I wasn't sure if he was okay at first, because he just is a dude with like messed up hair, all stained up and stuff, and it read to me as maybe like we were just kicking something onto a homeless person, and that didn't feel okay. But it seems like everything's okay, and we just get a cool moment of animation as he, character acting, slides himself down and slides himself back up, and that's cute. There are a bunch of little pops and like moments of character expression that Saikawa has, because Kana's pretty low key in terms of her insanity during the episode, but Saikawa is not low key at all. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then there's grass, which I wrote down the timestamp for at 17. I put it at 17:14, but there's one right here as well. Yeah, this shit, dude. What the fuck? immediately is the weirdest looking thing in the episode. I don't like it because it doesn't fit any of the rest of the backgrounds that we've had. Um, I don't like this inclusion here. I think it's fine if we stick to the standard art style that we've been using. I think the issue is actually that the fidelity of this essentially CG multi-layered grass field that they're using with all the grass flowers as well, flowers and then grass blades, it's too high. It's way too high fidelity for all of the simplicity that's going on in the show. Otherwise, it stands out like a sore thumb to me, and it's the first thing in Dragon Maid that I have not liked stylistically because it just super doesn't fit. Right? We get watercolor trees and like basically fluff goop as grass. The water looks great because it's like shimmery and artistic and painterly, and then this grass in the foreground is just like perfect, and it's wrong. It's wrong to be perfect when everything else is like simple and silly and normal, right? Way more than she should expect. I do think that the relationship here works from a humor perspective just because it gives us like a funny guy straight man type of routine, because like Saikawa does things that are insane and Kana plays them off entirely straight. I mean, obviously not entirely straight, but you get what I mean here, right? Right. But there's plenty of cute character acting to back it up too, and it makes for a fun experience. And then we get to have some wholesome moments here that lead into the best joke of the episode, which is Kana telling her that no, what you saw before was actually CG, and fully gaslighting her into believing that it didn't exist and didn't happen. Hilarious. Great gag all around. Good episode all around, with a lot of little complicated moments between characters that I think are really effective at building out these relationships that keep happening on the side. I wonder if we will continue doing that in the next episode, or if we will return our attention back toward either the Kobayashi Toru relationship or the Iruru stuff that's going on. I just don't know, but I would kind of expect that we change the pace again come next episode. Regardless, we're going to watch the next episode so we don't have to wait too long to find out. As far as subs, I found the subs please version to be fine. Entirely okay. I don't see a distinct difference or improvement between this and the DDY subs. I think both are good in their own way. And I like the localization of the DDY subs and the styling of them. The one argument that has made sense about the subs is that subs please is better at timing portions of subs to various jokes, and that can be good. It doesn't really outweigh to me. I think they're about the same in pretty much every way. And I think the people who've been complaining about it are whiny baby heads. So, deal. I'm still going to use the subs please version because that's what I've got downloaded, but y'all are whiny baby heads who care way too much about which subtitles are which, and it super doesn't matter if you're paying attention. So, deal. Cool. Let's watch episode 7. I'll see you in a second. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are good to go for episode 7 of Dragon Maid S. Common sense, it's different for everyone. There was like a magazine and some boob jokes and some Takia stuff, and I don't know what it's all going to be. Let's watch it. Beep beep timer. Night. Spooky. Oh, hi. Hmm. 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 It doesn't seem like it. I'm so glad I didn't take that sip. That was such a good gag. Fuck. You got me. All right. Amazing. Amazing. I think it's just the image of the way he walks away. I don't fucking know, man. It got me. Woo. Sometimes all you need to make a gag land is characters moving in a funny way. I think that's a good lesson. Hmm. Hmm. Dojin? Ah! Is it Komike? Also, fuck you, person who commented that it's Komiket, not Komike. You're super wrong. I don't remember what that was on, but... Ah. Money. Mmm. Umu. Ha. By the way, the spread of... I'm just looking, like, thinking back through the spread of materials that he's got set out. That is so much money of manga creation materials. Those fucking... That full set of colored pens is nutty. Hi. You want a model, right? Chiao. Eroka. Mm-hmm. And so you were the one I thought of. Oof. It's been a while. Yeah, wait, what did you call me? Yo, what the fuck did you call me? Wait. Mm, mm-hmm. This seems a little accurate. Accurate. Well... Gee... Oh. No, we missed it. Plot lost. I love this animation style. Nutty the fuck, dude. That's it. That's all it is. Ah, this is my treasure. This is my art from the heart. Too kind. Too nice. Too normal. Hey. You did not. Dude, for real. Okay, I think you're asking too much. Oh my god. Oh, classic, classic, classic. Yep. Death assist. Perfect. Death assist. Good translation. Umu. Fuck. What the fuck, man? Umu. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think he knows what appeals. What are you gonna pay her in? Oh. Now that'll sell. Huh. Never! A big titty woman? Never! No otaku will buy such a thing! It's gonna sell out immediately, dude. It's gone. Huge melons, there we go. Naze. Voluptuous and prejudice? Like Pride and Prejudice? Please no. Oh. Yeah, what about the other one? Yeah. Oh, truly a treasure. Uh-oh. Gokuri indeed. Sad. Why you sneaking, Toru? Why you be sneaking? You're being cute. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Just ready for battle. Yeah. That must be nice. Mm-hmm. Oh, like reptiles? That makes sense. Whoop. Normal stuff. Oh, that's great. That was a great little cut. Again, yeah. It's like syncing up, huh? She sleeps constantly. And Irudu, who's just lazy. Yeah. Yeah, 5 more minutes. Eh. Mm. Mm. Cute. Clearly, because Faf said that parents don't protect their dragon kids, right? Oh, diving in. Hmm. No, I. Hmm. Yeah, everybody's sleeping. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. The value of boredom. That is a great shot. That is too. That's so impressive. Time ticks away. Having free time, huh? Hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a little creepy, but okay. Yes. Oh, hi. I don't know what that is. Is she having is it actually an alcoholic drink? I don't know. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ha. No. More of a fundamental question. Oh, I love it. I love it. To the will of the majority. Yeah. I like that segment. Aww. Aww. That's very cute. It's different for everyone, huh? Oh. Dink. Fuck you. Fuck you, idiot. Sorry. Sorry. What was that? You're just scared. Oy. Yo, fuck you, kid. You suck. Okay, you can't disprove. Unfortunately, you can't prove the non-existence of something, so you're fucked. Now, fuck that kid. Don't let him be the leader. All right, seriously, you're a brat, kid. You suck. If only it were that simple. Fuck you, kid. Uh. 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 You're the perv, but okay. Nice. Yeah, you seem happy to be a servant of Kana, huh? Ah. Okay. True, true, true. Agreed, agreed. Oh. Fuck you, man. Ah! We know. No, he sucks. Fuck this guy. Oi. Okay, some cool cuts. Oh, boing. Oh, she's trying to throw. You fucking idiot. I don't get that, but I assume that it's a traitor. Yeah. If Kana wants to win, Kana will win. Oh. The middle schoolers. Run! Okay, that was good. Lots of multi-characters moving in this episode. Yeah, you suck. For real, stop doing that, dude. You're gonna get clocked. Not funny. Not okay. Bullying. Hard bullying. Fuck this kid. Ghosts. I think it's somebody practicing a musical instrument because they're not good at it. Me too. Mm-hmm. Because I'm scared. And it's easier to push somebody else in. Yep, easy peasy. I am dragon. I am fine. Sweet. Oh, somebody left it open. Something else is gonna happen. What? 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 Oh, what the fuck? Weird, weird muscle fairy. Ow. That makes sense. Oh, God. Why? Tell me this guy's not going to be a continued character. Because what the fuck? Alright, I can send you back. Mm-hmm. Alright, we got somebody who could send you back, I think. Nice. You, I, I fully expect that to come around by the end of this season in a weird way. And he was sent into the plane of oblivion. Fuck you, dude. Sorry. I'm like, oh God. Oh God. I'm irrationally angry at this child. Oh, that's N. That one went fast. Little freaking brat. Arrgh. Oh. Uh. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. My see side of a friend you don't like. Lucky advice. Okay, cool. Ooh, that looks like something serious will happen. I mean, fully grayed out with spot colored character reads as something serious. Neat. Okay, so something that I want to mention about this episode is how much focus there is on like multi-character moments and like multiple people in a frame at a time. Specifically right here, I think is where it's most dramatic and like most obvious is that we've got all these different layers of people moving at different times, right? And creating this illusion of a real like three-dimensional street where people are walking different directions in different like focal points or focal lengths, portions of the field of view. This is some impressive stuff just in terms of putting a frame together this way, and it's something that we see relatively often in KyoAni shows, but not usually like to this extent. And then I think it's interesting to contrast that with last episode where we had a pretty significant focus on single character shots and like close-ups of single character shots. I think it's a difference probably in the storyboarder of the episode, and for the pretty much the first time I'm going to go look that up and see if I had to guess, I would guess that somebody involved in Tamako Market was the storyboarder and maybe episode director of this episode and not the previous one. I don't know why I get this vibe, but I'm curious to figure out if I can like isolate a person who's responsible for this pretty dramatic difference that I see in the layouts and form of the episode. Now, this could be an emergent property of the type of story that we're telling in the episode, or it could be a property of the people working on the episode. I just don't know. But I want to check on ANN and see if I can figure it out. So give me a sec to try to do that, just for my own curiosity. Okay, 7 is one of only a couple of episodes that has 2 directors. I'm sorry, 2 storyboard artists, 1 episode director. The episode director is Minoru Ota, and the storyboard artists are Noriyuki Kitanohara, who we've seen before, and Takuya Yamamura, whose name rings a bell, but I'm not positive. I'm going to check them, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to check who is responsible in the previous episode for the same roles. So Ota, the director of Seven, this is one of the first like actual episode direction credits. Was unit director on Our Promise Brand New Day. Was an episode director on Tsurune, and was a unit director on Violet Evergarden movie. Weird. the opposite of what I would expect. Okay, cool. Storyboarders for this episode. Kitano Hara has worked on like everything, but also storyboard on K-On!, episode direction on K-On!, storyboard on Hibike, episode direction on Hibike, along with Chunibyo and Tamako? Yeah, and Tamako Love Story. And then Yamamura, unit director of Tamako Love Story movie. That tracks to me. Cool. And also has worked on basically everything else. Key animator on K-On!, storyboard on certain episodes of Chunibyo Heartthrob, but not on Chunibyo. Interesting. Okay, and then the same roles for episode 6. Storyboard of episode 6 is entirely by Ishihara. That makes sense. And the direction for episode 6 is Takuya Yamamura, who we just looked up. That's weird and interesting. Okay, so Tatsuya Ishihara, director of all of Chunibyo, the OVAs. And of Chunibyo? Yes, director of all of Chunibyo. Storyboard and episode director on K-On!. Storyboard and episode director on Tamako. Unit director on Love Story. Huh. It's just role trading. It's just role trading. Weird. That Ishihara did an episode that has so much focus on like individual characters in individual sequences does make sense to me. But there's nothing here that like lines up with the like multi-characters moving through space sort of feel that I get through this episode, which we get when the kids are all running around together as a squad, and we get it here, and we get it with the hull sequences. Interesting. I find that really interesting visually. That like there is no way to track it through the people responsible for the storyboarding and direction, and yet it's so distinct to me that the two episodes have such a distinct feel to them. Really interesting. Okay, so we start off with this whole gaggy sequence about getting her to be the model and to work on the stuff. Gosh, there is a lot of like drawing material that they have purchased for this purpose. That is a lot of stuff and a lot of money to spend on it. But I guess they spend money on otaku shit all the time, so it's not actually that big an expense. His whole cursed idea is great and is a good callback to the previous Kamike episodes. I do love the whole style of this whole like cross-hatched out, patterned. I forget what the name is for this type of pattern that's used for creating like coloration and darkness and shading in manga. I just forget what it's called. These like gradient things, but the whole style is really cool, and I think it all works really well as this like motion comic animated thing. And it's neat. It's super neat. Okay, all of her poses turn into horrifying curse nonsense, and of course we don't get to actually see her cosplay catalog because it's too lewd. Thank God. Thank goodness. Yeah, he goes for it. I will not be blah 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 by it, and it's just a spinning thing. Cool. Then we get a really cute, really sweet sequence about sleep and about the conformity of everyone to some extent. I do want to look up what Donryu is, the drink that she drinks. I'm not sure if that's like an alcoholic beverage or what. Oh, it means dragon drink. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. It's not actually a thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be, like what that little can bottle thing is supposed to be. But there is a cool cut with it that we'll get in a minute where we show her through it, and I like the way that they did the warping on it. I also really like this cut where we pull out from her eye as she like awakens. And it uses that same really interesting, really unique style for the big dragon that's very different and very cool. I like it a lot. But I really like the vibe of this whole sequence. I like the music that they use for it. And it's very wholesome in a way that we haven't gotten in a little bit, that is dragons figuring out things about the human world and doing so in a way that's like compassionate and understanding and trying to figure out what's really going on underneath the surface, as opposed to just glossing over it or having fun with it. it's investigating a piece of our daily life from the perspective of an outsider, and I think that that's a core thematic element of Dragon Maid that we haven't really done as well as we could have throughout this season, or like as much as we did in the first season. And it's good to have a piece of that back and have this quiet moment where Toru, who's been living here longer than some of them, still has things to learn about such things, and it's very cool. Okay, I do like this whole sequence with Elma. Them trading insults is classic Dragon Maid Juju. And they do have a core to it, which is just realizing that even this person that she disagrees with is also feeling this same thing about sleeping here. And Toru's curiosity around it is still there. I also really like bringing up the idea that it's related to boredom, and that to some extent, how do I put it? It's maybe a privilege to have the possibility of boredom, and it's something that's only available in a modern society that's not at war constantly, right? To put it in a specific way, but also in a society where you don't have to work every minute of every day just to survive. And I think that that's an interesting point and an interesting moment, and a cool one, that there is something valuable to the ability to be bored, to the chance to actually sleep, in a way that the dragons of the other world just don't have. And I think that's neat and interesting and sweet and quiet and comfy. This whole moment here is the core of it, and we get that background track for it. And I think it's a perfect Dragon Maid moment all the way through, and I like it a lot. Okay, so where's the scene where we see her through this? There it is. Dink. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. So there's a full reverse thing here, and I'm going to try to catch it. Okay, cool. Caught it. So there she is. We move it down, and it's a flip-flop, but it's also, like, warped properly. It's a really well done little scene, and then it's flip-flopped again to the top as the thing swishes around. She just sort of moves it over her. I think that's a really cute little sequence. I've always been a fan of, there's a scene in um the Golgo 13 movie where we look at things through a glass of whiskey. I've always been a fan of using glasses and bits of and like water and wine glasses and things for camera tricks. It can be way overdone, and it's kind of like a noob move in actual filmmaking, to just shoot through a glass of water or something because you want to and because it's like cool. Because it's actually not that hard when you have a camera, but it takes a lot more effort to do it in animation in an interesting way, and I think it's cool. I think it's a neat way to show off, and it's a pretty cool little trick. I also really like this moment where Toru, after starting this sequence off with putting a blanket over Kobayashi, Toru wakes up and finds a blanket has been placed over her, and just the look on her face as she holds it, and it's like, mm, is so goddamn cute to me. I think it's just we watch her go through this realization, emotion, and be really happy about the day. And of course, the opposite has happened, which is that sleeping too much when you actually can't sleep is terrifying, and that's good. Okay, so then we come into this sequence. I think this is great demonstration of how kids interact with each other sometimes, and also goofy school stuff, which KyoAni has always been very good at. I fucking hate this kid. I'm so sorry to put the word hate and kid in the same sentence. I'm so sorry to feel this way about a fictional child who is acting like a real child, but this fucking behavior absolutely gets my goat. Absolutely destroys me, and I hate it. I hate it. It makes me feel such a thing, and I understand that that's not an okay thing to feel toward a, again, fully fictional child. God, I want to smack him upside the head. I really do. I really do. He's a fucking brat in every circumstance. clearly this is his best friend, and he constantly flips his hair up, which clearly the other kid doesn't want and actively tells him not to do. Then calls him an egghead, which is a particular insult that particularly gets to me. And just is an ass to everybody, tries to lead every conversation. When things don't go his way, he changes the name of the game, always is trying to walk in the front, flips his friend's hair around, plays games when we're supposed to be focused on something. When and again, once we invite new people into the game, let's start over. Wait, but I was winning. Yeah, he just wants another chance to win because fuck you. Just total lack of understanding and compassion. Brat, monster, bad child, throw him in the trash. Get out of here, trash child. Now, I understand that he will mature and he'll be fine, probably, but I fucking hate this kid so much. All right, I had to get that out. Again, fully understand that that's not rational and that it's just me exhibiting my own trauma to some extent, but fuck this child. God. There are some really cool cuts of Kana doing some runaround stuff. Yeah, Kana playing sports like a beast and just getting all warpy wavy is really cool. And I like the way that it looks. I also really like that we have her become basically goop throughout this whole sequence, right? She's barely followable as a structured character. And then just in the scene where she kicks the thing, it's consistent enough for us to recognize exactly that she's there. And we hold it for a couple frames as we move through, and then she zoops and she's gone again. It's rad as hell. And big kicks, and it's cool, and big boom and big wham. And of course it hits the old kids and they're gonna murder you. And that leads us into our whole run away from them and find the actual spooky thing sequence. It's a good way of playing off of kind of horror movie tropes, which is like you scare something and it becomes the monster, so you run away from it and you run into the monster, and the monster itself turns out to be a weird fairy thing that was living in their art prep room. So I guess ghosts do kind of exist, right? Weird. Just also the idea that a fairy, which we normal like I don't know. I've got a typical idea of fairies, which are like lithe little pixie creatures that are kind of like dragonflies and stuff. And having a fairy be a fucking hulking muscular man dude, super weird. And of course we get this moment where she goes from fairy to creepy, and it's super creepy. It's very strange, and just a subversion of expectations that works really well from a humor perspective, I think. And of course, we have a way to send him back, and I wonder if the fairy folk will come back as an important element in later episodes, because Kana saved some fairies, right? I don't know, but maybe. Okay, all in all, I do really like both of these episodes of Dragon Maid. I think this one was interesting, and I think that the standout element of this episode was the sleep portion, because it was really good. I also liked the previous episode to a great extent. It was good and goofy, and had a bunch of solid moments between characters, and I appreciate it. We're spreading out the love between all of the cast, and really giving everybody's relationships and everybody's interactions time to shine in a way that's pretty cool. I do expect that next episode we will turn our attention back to Iruru to some extent, because we see that thing of her in the like preview. So looks like we'll start moving into some more like potential real story beat stuff. Because I do expect that the primary story beats of this season will be around Iruru and her leaving home to come here. And people might not be happy about that again, but we'll see. In any case, another couple of excellently produced, really good episodes of Dragon Maid. The show good. What do you want from me? It's a good show. I like it a lot. I hope you've liked it a lot. If you want next week's episodes a little bit early, they'll be up on the Patreon, so check that out. And I'll see you next week for more episodes of Dragon Maid. Peace.